Hey everybody. Sorry for being a touch late. I was out rock climbing. I got caught up talking to someone and they had some very useful information about spots I could go climb. And I'm just setting up the Instagram iPad. And today we're going to talk about how I built a gym habit. Because that's one of the most important things I see is that people set really kind of, I feel like, unreal expectations when they are first trying to get into a workout routine. So really the biggest thing I see is that, people are inspired by the people they see on Instagram or social media or their friends who have, figured it out. And it leads to a lot of confusion because there's a lot of experts out there. Okay? So yeah, that term has been very abused, expert. So I'm just going to tell you tonight about how I started my gym habit, going once a week for 15 minutes, and how I got results, and the 5 exercises you can do in 15 minutes. And I'm just going to go over that. So that's the topic. So after I got back from this big trip that took up most of January and February, I was, in this apartment. I was like, man, I need to get settled here. I need to, figure life out, get connected with a church, get connected with a gym, what are the fun things to do? And I really wanted to build a gym habit for a long time, but there was just so much, I didn't know how to do it. How do I go to the gym and be effective? That was the biggest question in my mind for me, was how do I go to the gym and be effective? How do I know I'm going to get something out of it? I felt like, from what I had seen, there was so many different workout plans and stuff, and it was just so confusing. Thanks. So then I came across I started doing some research, and I came across a book called Body by Science, which is actually recommended by Tim Ferriss. I totally forgot to start this on Instagram. So do a quick recap. Hey Instagram, we were talking about how I built a gym habit and got results going 15 minutes once a week. I do a lot more now, and we'll go over that. So that's where we are. I forgot to start Instagram, so here we are on Facebook. So I came across this book by Body by Science, which was recommended by Tim Ferriss, and what they found, the researchers found in that book, is that there were people who could work at 65% intensity for an hour or an hour and a half and get the same result as people who worked at, I believe, 95% intensity for 15 minutes, going once a week, as opposed to going 1 or 3 times a week, whatever it was. Either way, you can spend an hour and a half at the gym, or you can spend 15 minutes. I'm going to spend 15 minutes and do the science-based thing that I know is gonna do something for me. So I grabbed the Body by Science book, and I got a membership at my local gym. And the first thing I did was I took a little index card or a little notebook, and I just wrote down the 5 exercises. And I think I even wrote them down just as single initials. And I'll go over the exercises here in a second. And I just wrote them down as single initials. And then I got into the gym. Hey, I'm Matt. Okay, yeah, here's my card. Sign up for the gym. And I walked into the gym, and I just eye out all the machines I'm going to use. And so the machines are the seated row machine, a bench press machine, an incline bench, a leg press machine, and a pull down machine. Okay, so those are the 5 machines. So just you get in, you go, you've got this list, you go and you find them. And so how this exercise routine works is you go in. I like to do a small warm-up because if you want to build the size of your muscles, you have to have blood flow. That's what builds the size of the muscles. So if you go in and you just cardio for 60 minutes, it's not going to do anything for you, especially muscle-wise. And if you just do really heavy lifts, it's also not really going to build the size of your muscles. It's going to build the power. So topic for another time, another day. So go in, find all of the machines that you're going to use. Hey, David Arnold. Find all the machines you're going to use. And again, like I said, I like to do a warm-up. So I go and I get on the stair stepper, the Stairmaster, for 3 minutes. And this is just enough time at a reasonable intensity to get my heart rate up so that I'm not just hopping into these exercises and going as hard as I can, okay? So the 5 exercises are, there's one called the seated row. So you're gonna sit on a machine like this, and you're gonna grab some bars like this and pull back. And that's gonna work your back right here. So that is also referred to in the book as a pulling exercise, okay? And then from there, so that's your first exercise. From there, then you're gonna go over to a chest press machine, okay? And the reason, I'll get back to machines versus free weights here in a minute, and I'll explain how my routine is evolved. So the second exercise is just a chest press. So that's another machine where you sit down, and it has 2 handles like this, and you're gonna be pushing like this, okay? So you sit down and you pull, then you go right over to the next machine, and you sit down and you push, okay? And then now think of these next 2 exercises as variations on that movement. So the next machine you're going to use is called the pull down machine, okay? And it's where you're reaching above you and pulling down, okay? And that's again going to work back here. And then you're over to the incline bench machine, which is the same as the bench press, but you're just lean back. So bench press, lean back, and you're like this. Okay, cool. And then the last machine is just the leg press machine, which you sit down and you're just pushing with your legs. And so I have a lot of flexibility, but if you don't have the flexibility, you want to get that distance pretty shrunk up so that you're actually feeling the work some in your butt and not just kind of the tops of your legs. I like getting a little bit deeper with the leg press machine when I do use it. So how to actually execute this. So you've got the 5 exercises, you got a little note card with all those written down. So here it is. You go in, you get on the stair stepper for 3 minutes, okay? Just to get your heart rate up. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna put the pin in on the first machine, which is the pulling machine. Seated row is what it's called. And you're gonna do the weight at such a level that on a stopwatch, you can only pull this weight for a maximum of 1 minute and 30 seconds, okay? So that's how this workout machine is, or that's how this workout routine is so compressed, because you're working very hard. High weight, and so high weight, you're gonna sit down on that machine and you're gonna pull, and you're gonna pull 5 seconds this way, and you're gonna do a smooth turnaround, and 5 seconds back, you're just gonna let it down. And don't let, 2 things, don't let the weight drop, and don't let your elbow just lock out all the way. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a smooth turnaround. You can do that for 1 minute 30 seconds. Next machine, sit down, chest press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minute 30. Easy. Hey, Brave Seller on Instagram. Hey, Jesse. So that's how you execute the workout routine. Get a little index card, write down the five exercises. Here they are again: seated row, chest press, incline press, pull down, and leg press. Okay, so so I did that for about 4 weeks before I started feeling like I was seeing results. So there's 2 really important things about any exercise, is that when you want to see real growth, all of that growth happens when you sleep. So 2 things I was very particular about with my workout routine was that on those nights I got 10 hours of sleep, okay? Another thing that I did was the day of, I got equivalent grams of protein to my pounds of weight. So I weigh like 140 right now. So for me to get 140 grams of protein, I would have a breakfast. Usually it was bulletproof coffee with added collagen, and that's 20 grams. Then I would have a protein shake in the middle of that. And then I would have eggs, 3 eggs for lunch. That's 18 grams of protein. So between these 3 things, I'm at 60. And then I would have another protein shake. And then I would have dinner, which would be pretty much always some kind of meat or fish. Well, fish is meat. And then another protein shake. So basically I took my meals and I just put a protein shake in between any of the meals, as much as I needed, in order to get that the equivalent of protein to body weight, 1 to 1 gram to pounds of body weight, okay? So You got the gym routine, sleep a bunch, eat enough, okay? Makes sense? So after 4 weeks of doing that, I actually have another live on protein. I'll actually redo it for you guys. Follow up on that on Sunday or Tuesday. That'll talk about kind of ideal protein intakes. So how have I evolved from that routine since then is after I started getting results, I'd say it took about 4 weeks for me to start seeing results with that routine, going once a week for 15 minutes. Everything else in my life is in line. I'm not eating junk food. I'm going to bed on time. I'm eating well, and I'm eating enough. Okay? So how have I evolved since then? Well, I found that the machines I was using were not working my body in the way that the book said that they would, and that's because so say you're doing a curl, okay? So when you have that weight in your hand, you have less potential to move weight powerfully down here than you do right here, okay? So right here, you have a lot of potential to move more weight. So like, say you had a small bar that weighs 50 pounds. It's harder to start the movement here than it is to start the movement from here and to move, regardless of swinging. You have more power when your arms are bent than when your arms are just straight. And so with the types of machines you use, you will notice, especially as you start going to the gym more often, that you get on a machine and you want to start a particular exercise, and it's really hard to start that first thing. So I go to a 24-hour fitness, and they don't have great machines. I think the machines are called Hammer Strength, and it's because these curves of strengths, there's on each of the machines, there's these ellipses, and these ellipses match the power curves of your muscles. It's so cool. There are some better machine brands. Off the top of my head, I think Cybex is one of them, and I think there's also one with like West in the name, okay? Be watchful of the kinds of machines you're using. So one of the other things is that you'll notice that this workout routine only includes, you would think that it only includes your chest and your back and kind of your lower body, and no real stabilization. Okay, so stabilization is all kind of the muscles around here. And the way that is supposed to be addressed, if you were using proper form with the machines, is that during the seated row, to some extent, you need to be holding yourself upright. And also during the pull down, you also need to be engaging the core. So if the machines are not addressing this, you need to do something different. So now let's talk about machines versus free weights. This is a big topic. The reason the book recommends using machines is because if you're like me and you're going to go into a gym and work out by yourself and not have a spotter, it is way safer to use machines if you're going to go until failure, which is what the book recommends. Now I can tell you, if you have a buddy and you are, say you're doing chest press, right? And you get to that point where you're like shaking a bunch, your buddy can help you pull it up, and the benefit to the muscle actually happens when the bar is coming down. So say you have a spotter, say my spotter's right here, and we're doing chest press, and I'm getting to that point where I'm shaking a bunch, and I'm trying to do it solo. That's dangerous. You need to rack it, wait to do another set, right? But if you have a spotter, you can let it down slowly. Oh my gosh, I really feel the burn. Yeah, good. And then he can help you back up, and you can get a couple more reps out of it. Another way you can get more reps is by racking the weight, waiting either 2 or 10 seconds, and then going for 1 or 2 more reps. So what you're doing, this is called muscle hypertrophy. And so it's like, imagine your muscle has like 100% endurance right here, okay? And during that workout, you're going to here, but in order to start getting the real big benefits, you need to exceed what your muscles can do, and having a partner or using different techniques can allow you to get further. It's called an inroad. And so again, Body by Science is a really great book to look at this. So what does my gym routine look like now? So I still go in, I do, sorry, let's cover another bigger point here. There are only 5 exercises. I'm asking you to go once a week and go really hard for 15 minutes. That's it. Do everything else right, and this will build your gym habit. Instead of looking at all the people on Instagram and Facebook and going, oh, I'm going to do an arm day and a leg day and a back day and a this day and a tricep day and a head day, you know, like, come on, man. You don't have the commitment to go once a week. Just go once a week, do a full body workout, get started, and then worry about the details later. Okay? Easy. So now, after I started seeing results, I wanted to get more results. I was like, wow, like I look good, my confidence is up, I feel good. You just feel more masculine when you move heavy things, or you can go through your day with more ease. So now I shoot to go between 2 and 3 times a week, depending on the level of recovery I am at. So if I work out really hard, I shoot for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if I feel really tired on Wednesday, where I feel like going is not going to benefit me, then I don't go on Wednesday. But generally, I just book off the time in my calendar, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay? And the next really big thing here is I feel like there's this massive culture of, oh, did you get up at 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or 12 a.m. and do your workout? And it's like, you don't really need to work out every day, number one. Number two, the best time to work out for the majority of people is actually going to be in the evening. There's a book called The Power of When by Michael Breus, and he is America's sleep doctor. He's like the board of sleep something. And he came up with these 4 what are called chronotypes. 50% of people fit into what's called the lion and the bear chronotypes. And these chronotypes correlate, not cause, correlate with different hormone patterns. So yes, testosterone is highest when you wake up, but so is cortisol, which is catabolic. So generally, when you're taking different supplements to try and get yourself more power in the gym so that you can cause a deeper inroad, you want those things to be uninhibited, okay? And so a better time to do your workout, when I do my workouts, when I find it easier, is between 5 and finishing up around 7 or 7:30 p.m. You don't really want to work out in the evening. So I do mine in the early evening. That's when I find I have the most power. It made a massive difference for me when I quit trying to go at 7 a.m. and I started going at 5 p.m. instead. And that was my target time. Just book it off in my calendar. So I haven't gotten to actually my workout routine. So here is my workout routine as of current. I still go in. I still do pretty much full body workouts. And if I want to learn a new exercise, because I'm not paying for like a personal trainer or something, all I do is there's a great YouTube channel called AthleanX, okay? AthleanX. Mike Cavalier is the guy's name. And he has incredible instructional videos. And I will watch 2 or 3 of those, and then I'll go to the gym and I'll try a new exercise. So the exercises I've been working on lately are the squat and the deadlift, for which I don't have some kind of spotter. I don't have any previous experience doing that. So all I do is I watch a couple videos, I get in the gym, I pull my phone back out, I check, different websites for tips on the form, and then with a low weight, I try it. That's it. Like, don't worry about looking like a fool, okay? You can always ask the guy next to you, hey man, I've never done a deadlift before. I really want to learn how. I saw you doing it with incredible weights. Could you show me how to do it real quick? And everybody I've ever talked to in the gym has been super nice. They've been really nice. Oh yeah, man, let me show you. Like, okay, here, let me help you with that. And they're really nice. So, my actual workout routine, I'm still doing pretty much a full body workout to simplify things. I'm not doing any kind of targeted anything, and I am at some point going to do some type of personal training certification, purely out of fascination, and so I can help people more. I'm just sharing tonight purely where I have found results. So my workout, I go on the stair stepper for 3 minutes, and then I always do some type of back pulling exercise. Sometimes it's the seated row. Lately, it's been just picking up really heavy dumbbells and doing, I believe, it's just called a bent over row. And so the bent over row is, you've got, let's say this backpack is my weight, you've got 2 dumbbells, and you just bend over like this, knees slightly bent, and you just pull up. And you can vary the angle so that you either feel it more here or more up here. That's all I do. And I'll repeat that exercise multiple different times, because one of the dangers of just working on, say, your biceps and your chest is that you can get a forward posture, which this is hard to do. You really have to overdo it because your forward muscles are tensed up this way. You have to always balance it out by doing something for your back. So I'll always do, so again, thinking in the framework of the Body by Science workout still, I'm doing pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. And I'm always finishing on pull. And so what does that actually look like? So I'll do 2 or 3 sets of pretty heavy weight with the bent over row, okay? And then I'll go over and I'll do chest press. And I'm doing chest press with dumbbells right now. I'm up to like 50 pounds, and I can probably go a little more. And I'll do, again, 2 or 3 sets of that. Sometimes I'll do incline, sometimes I'll do flat. Mix it up. After I get done with that, I'll go pick back up some lighter weights, maybe around 35 for me, and I'll do bent over row again, so that my back is balanced. And then thinking and pushing again, I could go do standard chest press. I could do standard incline bench. I could do the machine if I wanted to. Another really great one that I've been mixing in lately. So for men to look masculine when they wear their clothing, you have to have a larger chest, okay? And there's kind of 3 areas of the chest you can work. Kind of the top, kind of the middle, and then you want to get this defining ridge down here. And how do you get that defining ridge? You have to use different exercises. The military press, incline press, and chest press are all going to work kind of from here up. But if you want to get this definition, there's a really great exercise you can do. I learned it from the Athlete Next channel. And you get on one of those machines that's got the big arms like this. And I do really pretty lightweight. And you just pull down like this. So grab, and you're going down to your pocket right here. And you want to make sure that it's at, sometimes it's this angle. Just feel it out. What you're trying to feel is when you bring it down, right here is getting worked. Okay? So if you want to look more masculine, don't just work on your biceps, work on your chest. And you can see how my shirt falls. There's a lot of loose space right here. And my chest is well defined there. So then maybe I'll sit down at the, there's the machines that, it's another row, but you like sit down and it's got like a little cable thing that goes up. You'll know it. It's, people do the little cable pull down kind of thing. Yeah, it's a cable machine. So do that. And then keeping with the kind of full body theme, I've titrated in, I've added in the hex bar recently. And so that's a bar that kind of goes around you like this. And it's a little easier on your back than doing a squat with a traditional bar. And that's generally where I'll finish things up. I might add in one more back exercise to finish things off. So that is a big brain dump on a lot of exercise stuff. Let's do a recap to make it really simple, okay? So if you're just starting your gym habit, focus on starting a gym habit. Don't worry about an arm day and a leg day and a this day and a back day and a eyeball day, okay? Just worry about going 1 time a week, do a full body workout, use the Body by Science framework for your workout. The 5 exercises, once again, are seated row, chest press, pull down, incline bench press, and then leg press. The machines you use matter. Get a lot of sleep on those days that you do work out. Remove junk personal care products. Commit to it for at least 4 weeks, and you will see some results. So I will get to maybe what I do in the morning or something else some other time, but this has really been awesome. I love exercise science. It's really been fun to share this information with you guys, and I hope you get a lot out of it, really. So yeah, and sometimes, like tonight, I mix it up with rock climbing. So I didn't go to the gym yesterday. I went rock climbing today. It was awesome. So I will see you guys shortly. Heal, encourage, inspire, and I will see you guys shortly.